Ren is one of those artists that ever since I started my channel, people have been telling me to check out, but I never got around to it until now. So today we'll be checking out Hi Ren, as well as Chalk Outlines from Ren, for my very first time checking out Ren. I've heard he's fantastic. I think he's like a British rapper or something like that, but that's as far as I know. But I've been told that this is the one to start with, for sure. So I'm excited to look into it. But again, make sure you hit the like button and subscribe, all the type of fun stuff. All the links are in the description if you want to support me. I'll also be checking out Troubled, both on my Patreon as well as for members here on YouTube. I may release it eventually to everyone, most likely within a couple of months or something like that. But if you'd like to see it early, you can always join as a member. It's only a couple bucks a month. But without further ado, let's check out Hi Ren by Ren. See what it's all about. See what the hype's all about. Okay. I wasn't expecting a guitar. Very ominous melody. Ooh, the lightness. Maybe I was completely wrong about this artist. The style, I mean. Madness. Okay. Oh, interesting. So far, this is nothing what I would have expected from Ren. Very good, though. Oh, nice. The way he's evolved his playing and stuff.
Hi there, Ren. It's been a little while. Did you miss me? You thought you buried me, didn't you? Risky. Cause I always come back. Deep down, you know that. Deep down, you know I'm always in periphery. Ren, on your pleased to see me. It's been weeks since we spoke, bro. I know you need me. You're the sheep, I'm the shepherd. Not your place to lead me. Not your place to be biting off the hand that feeds me. Hi, Ren. I've been taking some time to be distant. I've been taking some time to be still. I've been taking some time to be by myself since my therapist told me I'm ill. And I've been making some progress lately, and I've learned some new coping skills. So I haven't really needed you much, man. I think we need to just step back and chill. Ren, you sound more insane than I do. You think that those doctors are really there to guide you? Been through this a million times. Your civilian mind is so perfect, you're always being lied to. Okay, take another pill, boy. Drown yourself in the sound of white noise. Follow this 10-step program, rejoice. All your problems will be gone. Fucking dumb boy. Nah, mate.
Wow, this is so cool. Like, the back and forth between him and his, his psyche, essentially. Like, the things that his mind will try and make him do and the negative things that can draw you to. Like, it's fascinating. It almost reminds me of Sander Size, if anyone's familiar with Sander Size from back in the day. Like Sander Sides was a guy who's still on YouTube, but like he would communicate with different essentially sides of himself, and each one was like a cartoon version character, right? Like it was his grief and his sadness, or his like anger, like his whatever different sides of them there are essentially, right? And this is like that encapsulated in one specific video, but a lot more serious, a lot more heavy. Like Sander Sides is usually done for the comedic effect, right? And it's really entertaining, but like this is definitely far more serious. You can tell in the vibe of the song, like the intensity in the way he's singing. It's really fantastic. And me, like almost everyone else in life, I've dealt with my own demons, and thankfully I've been able to overcome them and work through them and stuff like that. But I've been where Ren is in this song. Like, I mean, I think most people have at some point or another, but like being able to struggle with your own mind, and like knowing you should do one thing, meanwhile your mind is telling you to do another, and it's very hard to kind of fight that urge or that feeling and stuff like that. And this is really interesting. It's like a conversation with the devil, except the devil's inside your own head or something like that. It's really cool, really well done so far. And the music is also fantastic. He has a really interesting singing voice, and the way it's flowing and stuff is really nice. It's really cool. But let's keep going.
10-step program, rejoice. All your problems will be gone. Fucking dumb boy. Nah, mate. This time is different, man. Trust me. I feel like things might be falling in place, and my music's been kinda doing bits too. Like I actually might do something great, and when I'm gone, maybe I'll be remembered for doing something special with myself. That's why I don't think that we should talk, man. Cause when you're with me, it never seems to help. You think that you can amputate me? I am you, you are me, you are I am we are one. Split in two, that makes one, so you see. You gotta kill you if you wanna kill me. I'm not left for dinner, I'm not scraps on the side. Oh, your music is thriving, delusional guy. Where's your top 10 hit? Where's your interview with Oprah? Wow, your Grammys, Ren. Nowhere. Yeah, but my music's not commercial like that. I never chase numbers, statistics, or stats. I never write hooks for the radio, they never even play me, so why would I concern myself with that? But my music is really connecting, and the people who find it respect it. And for me, that's enough, cause this life's been tough, so it gives me a purpose I can rest in. Man, you sound so pretentious. Ren, your music is so self-centered. No one wants to hear another song about how much you hate yourself. Trust me. You should be so lucky, having me inside you to guide you, remind you to manage expectations, provide you perspective. That thing you neglected, I get it. You wanna be a big deal, next Jimi Hendrix, forget it. Man, it's not like that. Man, it's just like that. I'm inside you, you twat. No,
it's interesting how much more intense the side of his mind is. Like, I'm not sure if it's supposed to represent a single specific emotion. Like, it could be anxiety, it could be stress, it could be self-worth. Like, it's hard to say. I think it's encompassing kind of all those things. It's just like a physical manifestation of his own insecurities, it feels like, right? All the things that he thinks negatively about himself, all the ways he kind of thinks he's not doing well enough, or he's trying to compare himself to other people and like where he should be versus other people. But the actual Ren person, like the side of Ren himself, is much more like almost like mousy, right? Like is a lot more timid, a lot more kind of intimidated, right? Whereas the other side is like very forceful, very intense, very like in your face, like trying to shut down every single point. But that's your mind, right? Like you're always going to try and fight through that, right? Like because it's very easy to just let your mind tell you, no, I shouldn't do this thing, I don't want to do this thing because of X, Y, and Z or whatever. But if you fight through it, you usually find out that the thing you were trying to hold yourself away from is actually probably a good experience for you, right? Something you should be doing in your life. But you keep being pushed back, and it's like, it's a very hard thing to fight against. And addiction is another thing entirely. Like, I'm not sure if it's supposed to embody the addiction side or something like that, or that's probably a part of it. I'm sure it's all a part of it, because it's all just kind of dealing with your own, like, mental health struggles and things like that. But it's depicted in such a good way here. Like, again, as someone who's been through it, like, and believe me, I have been through it, it's a real interesting depiction. Like, I wish I could have seen this back when I was going through my own stuff, like at the worst of it, because it would been able to give me some extra perspective and stuff like that, being able to interpret it in this way. It's really cool. It's really interesting.
Not man, you're wrong. When I write, I belong. Let me break the fourth wall by acknowledging this song. Ren sits down, has a stroke of genius. He wants to write a song that was not done previous. A battle with the subconscious. Eminem did it. Played on guitar. Plan B did it. Man, you're not original, you criminal rip-off artist. The pinnacle of your success is stealing other people's material. Ren, mate, we've heard it all before. She sells seashells on the seashore. Fuck you. I don't need you. I don't need to hear this. Cause I'm fine by myself. I'm a genius. And I will be great. And I will make waves. And I'll shake up the whole world beneath. That's
yes.
Right, speak your truth, your fucking God complex leaks out of you. It's refreshing to actually hear you say it instead of downplay it. Music is all about the creative process, and if people can find something to relate to within that, then that's just a bonus. Fuck you, I'ma fucking kill you, Ren. Well, fucking kill me then, let's fucking have you, Ren. I'ma do it, watch me prove it. Who are you to doubt my music? Cause I call the shots, I choose if you die. Yeah, I call the shots and so I choose who survives. I'll tie you up in knots when I lock you inside. Newsflash. I was created at the dawn of creation. I am temptation. I am the snake in Eden. I am the reason for treason. Beheading all kings. I am sin with no rhyme or reason.
You know what this reminds me of? I was trying to think of, like, there's something that this kind of reminds me of, and it's Hamilton. Like, I love Hamilton the musical. Like, I love Lin-Manuel Miranda's style of music and stuff, and this very much reminds me of it. Like, some of the discussions back and forth in Hamilton, especially, like, Lin-Manuel Miranda's style. And, I mean, it's a good thing Ren has become popular because, like, hearing people say, like, oh, it's just like Hamilton. It's probably another thing that kind of affects the insecurities and stuff like that. But it's so well done. Like, he absolutely perfectly kind of encapsulates that feeling of, like, the fight against your inner self, or like the side of you that thinks you should be like struggling, or like the like your own negative side, essentially, right? Like, it's a perfect encapsulation of that. It's really well done too, like really well thought out, even if it was like very hard to eventually come to the point where he was able to make this. Like, obviously there's a lot of internal struggle, and you can see that in the song, which is a beautiful way of depicting it. Like, it's super interesting, and again, it reminds me of Hamilton. So I want to go.
Son of the morning, Lucifer, Antichrist, father of lies, Mephistopheles, truth in a blender, deceitful pretender, the banished avenger, the righteous surrender when standing in front of my solar eclipse. My name is stitched to your lips, so you see, I won't bow to the will of a mortal, feeble and normal. You wanna kill me? I'm eternal immortal. I live in every decision that catalyzes chaos, that causes division. I live inside death, the beginning of ends. I am you, you are me, I am you, Ren.
That was crazy. Like your inner demons is actually devil, essentially the devil. Oh, when we go back, nice. It's interesting too how the song, like the guitar, it's only him and a guitar, right? But the intensity he brings with the guitar really helps represent the mental state that he's going through as he's dealing with these things. Like you could really imagine someone just in their day-to-day life kind of like struggling with this kind of thing, like over the course of weeks or months or years, not just over the course of one single sitting in a song kind of thing. But like the music kind of amplifies that. Like it makes it feel like you're going through those same kind of mental issues. Like that struggle there was like, you can't beat me, I've been here since the beginning, I'm essentially the devil or whatever, right? Like you can't defeat me, and you can hear the music going crazier and crazier and more intense, and it feels like your mental state is spiraling out of control, and then finally he gets control of it again, right? And that's what this is. It's really interesting.
I've been taking some time to be distant, I've been taking some time to be still, I've been taking some time to be by myself, and I've spent half my life ill. But just as sure as the tide starts turning, just as sure as the night has dawned, just as sure as the rainfall soon runs dry when you stand in an eye of a storm. I was made to be tested and twisted, I was made to be broken and beat. I was made by his hand, it's all part of his plan that I stand on my own 2 feet. And you know me, my will is eternal, and you know me, you've met me before. Face to face with a beast, I will rise from the east and I'll settle on the ocean floor. And I go by many names also. Some people know me as hope. Wow. Some people know me as the voice that you hear when you loosen the noose on the rope. And you know how I know that I'll prosper? 'Cause I stand here beside you today. I have stood in the flames that cremated my brain, and I didn't once flinch or shake. So nice. Clever at the man I've become when I sing from the top of my lungs.
Wow.
That I won't retire, I'll stand in your fire, inspire that me to be strong. And when I am gone, I will rise in the music that I left behind. Ferocious, persistent, immortal like you, we're a climate to different sides.
Wow. Interesting. Then there's that hope again. Love these vocalizations too. Wow. Like when you find your inner strength. That's another thing I want to touch on is like, ideally you want to kind of come to peace, like come to terms with your darker self, right? Like that's honestly, I may sound a bit pretentious saying this, but like that's part of the reason why I use the name Grim, because like I have fully kind of accepted my darker side, like the darker side of myself, and now I use my strength, I use my insecurities as a strength, like the things I've overcome, the things I'm facing, like instead of letting them hold me back, like use my fear as a motivator, use my anger as a motivator, or like with things like that, instead of letting it take over you, like letting your emotions rule you and control you. And it very much feels like that's kind of the point that Ren gets to in the song, is like coming into peace with it. Like you don't necessarily have to bring it into yourself, like the darkness in yourself or whatever, but even just being able to come to terms with, being able to accept that it is what it is, and it's like a part of you, just like, I don't know, just like you're a part of you, right? Like it all comes together, and it's important to be able to do that, I feel like, to be able to grow as a human being. And songs like this help us to see, kind of like hold a mirror up to ourselves and realize that like you can win this battle, you have this strength within you, it's not just something that will take control of you. And don't get me wrong, there are mental health issues that people deal with that you can't exactly just work through on your own. I mean, and I call it like, it's hard, right? And you will need like support and things like that. Like it's always going to be difficult struggling with things like that. We all struggle all the time, but like there are some things that can't be overcome with just like a change in mind, you know what I mean? So I'm not saying everything can be fixed with that, but most people's garden variety, like anxieties and stresses and things like that, this will kind of speak to, and it kind of represents the, not necessarily the way to overcome it, but just a different framing, a different way of thinking about it, which is really important. I feel like it's really cool too. It's really interesting. But let's keep going. Interesting. And you got like an outro, final verse, or is that it?
When I was 17 years old, I shouted out into an empty room, into a blank canvas that I would defeat the forces of evil. And for the next 10 years of my life, I suffered the consequences. With autoimmunity, illness, and psychosis. As I got older, I realized there were no real winners and there were no real losers in psychological warfare. But there were victims and there were students. It wasn't David versus Goliath. It was a pendulum, eternally swaying from the dark to the light.
Yeah.
And the more intensely that the light shone, the darker the shadow it cast. It was never really a battle for me to win. It was an eternal dance.
Yeah.
And like a dance, the more rigid I became, the harder it got. The more I cursed my clumsy footsteps, the more I struggled. So I got older, and I learned to relax. And I learned to soften, and that dance got easier. It is this eternal dance that separates human beings from angels, from demons, from gods. And I must not forget, we must not forget, that we are human beings.
Absolutely. It's a really interesting way to end it too. It's like a real kind of explanation of what he's gone through and the struggles he's overcome and things like that. Fantastic. Like, even if this was the only song I ever heard from Ren and this was it, like this was just all I touched on, I feel like it'd be worth it just because of how important this kind of song is. Like, just, again, holding a mirror up to our own mental health issues that we all struggle with and things like that. And like, having an autoimmune disease, I'm sure was not easy, right? That's where this all represents from, like dealing with an illness that you can't get away from, that you just live with all your life, and like how it beats you down, and like, it's not easy. Again, I've been there too. Like, not the same level as autoimmune, but like, again, I've got my own demons, everyone does. But what I was saying before about like being able to kind of accept your darkness, it's like, the importance for me is like being able to just accept whatever comes, no matter what it is, and like roll with it. Like, and it's all about finding the strengths for you and like how you deal with things. It's just like you said, it's a constant battle. This is something that we all deal with. Even someone like me who's kind of got it all together for the most part, I still struggle. Like, there's still things I have to fight with. There's still things I need to overcome. Like, there always will be. I mean, it's never something that you just that you're free of. You just learn better coping mechanisms and different ways to deal with things better, and be able to be comfortable with yourself and who you are without having to be someone else or act like you're someone else or try and please someone else or whatever, right? It's like, if you're comfortable with who you are inside, it doesn't really matter what anyone else says or anyone else does, because it's outside of you. You know who you are within, right? And this song is a great kind of reflection of like the struggle that takes to get to that point. But even then, there will always be a fight. There'll always be a struggle. It's like the old like Bruce Lee quotes, like, be like the water, because it's like, if you're fighting against the water, you're just gonna be fighting an uphill battle. The water's just gonna beat you down constantly. But if you learn to flow with the water, not worry about things, not just accept things as they are, just flow, right, like the water does, right, then you'll be a little easier to life will be a little easier to deal with, I feel like. Now that's my philosophy anyways. We've got one more song to check out here, and been yapping for a while, but anyways, let's check it out. Chalk Outlines. I wonder if this will be as philosophical as the last one was, or psychological as the last one was. I don't know, but as good as the last one was, I knew I needed to check out more than just one song from Ren, so let's check out Chalk Outlines. Featuring Chinchilla, which I've never heard before, but more of a music video. I mean, the other one was too, but it's just in a room. Okay, Chalk Outlines. Low intro. Like, everything's so thought out, feels like. So methodical. He said something like an authenticity, his content, his music. What a great starting melody.
bed that I crawled in. I hope that I'm someone else in the morning.
Sounds like Chris Martin from Coldplay a little bit.
So take this one, wash it down and you'll be fine.
It's not an insult, by the way. Coldplay is... A lot of people hate on Coldplay because they got so popular. Any band that gets super popular, the people will always be like, oh, they're crap because they're so... But Coldplay's always been fairly consistently decent as a band. And you can not like them if you do, like, it doesn't really matter to me. But, like, in my opinion, they've always been fairly consistently quality. Like, ever since, like, Yellow and The Scientist and their first stuff like that, like... They've been pretty decent, right? And so for me to compare Ren's singing style to Chris Martin's is not an insult in my opinion at all. Like it just reminded me of that. Like especially here, it's like the emotional quality of it, especially their early work.
Walk around in the floating chalk outline.
Feels very emotional.
So it goes.
Wow.
Gallows, balanced on my toes so I can breathe. But little by little, bit by bit, I push it back down with a new habit. If not for long, just for a while, I'll bury myself with a great big smile. Oh my, trace ourselves in these chalk outlines. Oh my, erase ourselves in these chalk outlines.
Damn. This is a very heavy song, it feels like. Just like, I mean, chalk outlines, I kind of had a feeling it would be, but I did not expect it to be more of a sing-songy song. Like, no other way of describing it, I guess. It's just like, the other song, of course, was very much rap. Like, and there was some moments where he kind of sung little bits here and there, and they were fantastic, but this entire song is being sung. Like, I don't know if there's going to be any rap at all, which is interesting because he does have a great singing voice, but he's also great at rapping, so he can kind of go back and forth, and I wouldn't be surprised if there is some of that, but this song seems very heavy, so I don't know if it would fit the rap. It depends. I mean, the other song was also very heavy and it fit, so who knows? I can't assume, but it definitely does seem very heavy, right? Like, dealing with your own mortality and whether or not you want to keep being mortality or having that mortality or not kind of thing. I don't want to get demonetized on YouTube because, you know, these are some heavy topics, right? But I think you know what I'm talking about, right? And like the struggle to fight against that, in my opinion, it's never worth it. Like, it's always worth it to keep going because no matter what is going on in your life, things will change, things will get better. Everything is temporary, no matter how good or bad that may be. But everything has its end, everything has its beginning, and I feel like we get this life to experience, and whatever happens, just good or bad, it's all an experience, and you should see it through the end. And that's my opinion anyways, but let's keep going. Oh, it's chinchilla, I guess.
Don't cry, 'cause there's a pill for everything.
Oh. The great vocals.
Take this one, wash it down and you'll be fine. The feeling goes and you draw a chalk outline.
So it goes, let it be. In the gallows, on my toes so I can breathe.
What?
But little by little,
and this harmony,
by bit, I push it back down with a new habit. If not for long, just for a while, I'll bury myself with a great big smile. Oh my, we trace ourselves in these chalk outlines. Oh my, erase ourselves.
okay. Take it just in case. Take it just in case. I'm scared of being okay, 'cause all things change. All things change.
What's that?
It's such a perfect day. It's a beautiful shade. It's a beautiful shade. I'm scared of being okay, 'cause all things change. But little by little, bit by bit, I'll push it back down with a new habit.
No guitar.
Not for long, just for a while. I'll bury myself with a great big smile. Oh my, oh my. We trace ourselves in these chalk outlines. Oh my, oh my.
Erase ourselves in these chalk outlines.
Damn. And that was live too. That was crazy. I almost feel like there should have been a disclaimer at the end of this or at the beginning of this of like I don't know, like numbers and things like that, you know what I mean? Like about erasing yourself, because this is fairly heavy, right? And I'm usually not a big fan of songs that kind of glorify or kind of exemplify these kinds of topics, because people struggle with mental health all the time, of course. Like we all struggle in different ways. And of course here, like, you push it back down with another addiction and like another thing you're taking to keep you going day after day. But a song like this, I feel like, almost fuels people's will to kind of erase themselves, essentially, for lack of a better term. And again, it's tough to talk about these things on YouTube without risk of demonetization and stuff like that, but they're heavy topics and I feel like they should be talked about, but they shouldn't be glorified, is my problem. Like, not that this necessarily glorifies it, there are other songs that do that a lot worse, in my opinion, but like, it's good for people who are dealing with things like this, or these kinds of thoughts, these kinds of feelings, to have something to identify with. But I feel like it should end on a note of, like, not necessarily positivity, but like everything can work out, like everything can change for the better. And I guess that is kind of where they were going with this a little bit, in a way, but it's like, it's so easy to get drowned in your own kind of negativity in life, no matter what you're going through. And everyone struggles with their own demons, their own things that they're going through. It's always going to be personal to you. But in my opinion, it's never worth giving up. Like, there's always going to be things that will bring you down, but there's always going to be things that will lift you up as well. That's part of life. Like, there's good and bad. And no matter how bad your current situation is, there's always the hope and the chance that it'll change for the better. Like, sometimes it takes something drastic, sometimes it takes hard work to change for the better, but it's always worth fighting for that next day, in my opinion. That's just me. And I'm not gonna get off my soapbox, because this isn't necessarily the time or the place, but I just want to say, like, it's always worth fighting for that next day. Okay, that's all I'll say. But anyways, thanks for hanging out, watching my reaction. I hope you enjoyed as much as I did, because Ren blew me away more than I thought he would. Like, I was not expecting to go incredibly philosophical today, but again, I've been through it myself, so I understand, right, what other people have gone through. Not everything, of course, but the struggles are all human. Like, they're all human experiences, and we've all been through it in some way or another. But anyways, until next time, later days, folks.